I was in my room and I saw my reflection on the mirror. My reflection showed that I had red underwear, but I'm wearing black underwear. I suddenly heard a car pulling up in the driveway. It was my mom. I forgot to clean the kitchen. You better run and hide. I always check the mirror every day, but can still not find a way out of it. My mom was found dead, so who is that cooking in the kitchen? I wonder what they're cooking too. Not important. My dad had been missing for 2 months. I'm still wondering why I'm not allowed in the basement. True fact. Demons scare girls the most. Have you ever noticed your mom calling you, but when you go to her, she'll say, I didn't even call you? Yeah. What the fuck? Okay, that last one really scared me. I woke up in the middle of the night to my dad staring at me. But then I realized I was home alone. I saw my dad come home. Then I got a text from my dad saying he wasn't going to be home till later. Who's inside the house with me? I woke up in the middle of the night. I saw a little girl pushing a chair to the other side of the room. I thought I was still dreaming. That's when I got up in the morning and the chair was still on the other side of the room. Fuck no. You said you never wanted to see me again, I said as I watched him stumble around. I laughed as I held his eyes in my hand. Do not mess with Toxie Kitty Fur. Got it. I was waking up to hear help me faintly, but I checked everyone in my house. No one was in pain. Then I heard tapping on my window. I would be pretending to be asleep. I was playing with my dolls and my mom was playing with me. But then my mom called me down for dinner. My mom always had a smile that lit up the room, but only this time when she smiled, the funeral room went silent. After learning Morse code, I couldn't fall asleep. The knocking on my door told me to run. I was watching a weird show on TV. I was watching it for 3 days now. But the show in the end said, wake up now or never. Me watching Netflix. I choose never. My parents told me I was too old to have an imaginary friend and to get rid of her. They found her body the next day. Fuck. I was surprised that a man so kind was willing to give me candy. It's been a long time. Where are the treats? Why did I laugh? This shouldn't be funny. I'm a 911 operator, and on my latest shift, I answered my final call. It sent shivers down my spine when I heard my voice on the other line. I was at school, and they called me because my mother was here to pick me up. She died yesterday. I tried to move any part of my body to let them know I was still awake. Finally, a nurse saw me moving my eyes and said, we know you're still awake. This is my biggest fucking fear if I ever have surgery for anything. No! Living with dogs, I got used to hearing scratching at my door. Now that I live alone, it's much more unsettling. My little brother said to my mom that someone told him there was a ghost inside our house. My mother asked him who told him. He said our nanny. There are only 3 of us in the house, and we don't have money to have a nanny. What's that smell? My mom asked. I began to sweat. Does she know I'm wearing her son's skin? When my phone dies, I put it on the charger, but I don't think this is gonna bring her back. I don't think so either. I went to sleep and I heard my mother say, good night. But my mother died 5 years ago. One night, I called my dog to come cuddle, but then I felt arms wrap around me. I live alone. She is so paranoid, but she checks the closet every night. I'm glad she hasn't checked the vent yet. New fear unlocked. I was watching Letty Loves You. When I searched the next day, I was in shock when it said, Letty Loves You does not exist. Why do I have to be brought into this? Okay, I should not be a part of these. My daughter cries and screams at night. Every time I visit her grave, I ask her to stop, but she won't listen. Lying in bed, unable to sleep, I blinked my eyes and noticed a message written on the bedroom door. It read, I know you're awake. I grabbed my husband's arm tightly as we walked through the haunted house. By the time we got out, he was nowhere to be found, but I was still holding his arm. No. Eat your cookie, screamed the old man at the little boy. Eat your cookie or I'll kill you. The boy's puppy's name was Cookie. No! Sometimes when people come home, they feel a little paranoid and check every room just to make sure that they're the only ones in the house. I've seen you do this. Luckily for me, you never check behind the curtains. Bitch, what?